Hello and welcome to the Global Live Speakers Summit. This is our 21st summit, and we are glad that you've come here to join us today live as we introduce to you 5 phenomenal speakers who are going to talk on the topic of turning your dreams into a reality. You should never let anything stop you from reaching your goals in life and turning those dreams into a reality. And we have here some experts who have, in fact, managed to do that in their own lives, and will be giving you advice and suggestions for how this is something that you can make happen for yourself as well. So without further ado, I want to say thank you for being here. We are GST, and I want to tell you a little bit about us, if you'll allow me. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share this little thing about GST. And it is, apologies for that. I'm not being very, there we are. That's better. Hopefully you can see that on your screen. Can you? Can everybody see the slide that I'm sharing, or is it not working? Give me a thumbs up if you see the slide. Yep, fabulous. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about us. GST is a startup company. It's an international company. It was founded in 2021, and we organize online events to uncover, discover, and share your amazing voice around the globe. Global Speakers Talk is determined to raise and lift, encourage and inspire coaches, speakers, and trainers who are camera shy to face their fears and do it anyway. We're here for you and your voice, providing you with accountability and a very supportive community for positive feedback and strengthening your voice. GST's core belief is that every voice and every new voice is a story to be told, to be uncovered, to come into the light and to grow and impact the world. Our vision is to inspire, raise and support 1 million inner voices, empowering them to discover and embrace their full potential. So we're going to now hear from a wonderful gentleman, Mr. Sheldon Crocker, and he is an inspirational keynote soul speaker, and he is a human inclusion specialist and author. I'm going to tell you all about him and show you his picture. Just bear with me. Here it comes. And we have got Sheldon, who grew up in a small community, the only one there with a physical disability. Doctors thought he would never walk on his own. Sheldon was born with a physical disability called arthrogryposis, which causes a lack of muscular development, contraction at most joints, and designed inability, unable to crawl. He had braces on his legs and a bar between his feet, connecting both shoes until he was about 5 years old. Sheldon learned to walk by placing his back against the wall, sliding along, and the only way he could get downstairs was to sit on his bottom and bop his way down the steps. But only a few years ago, he completed a 10-mile road race ahead of 29 others. Crocker's unique, unforgettable humor influences his powerful tasks, inspiring his audience to pursue their dreams. Several national news programs and networks have featured him, including Global News. Sheldon is also a published author, and he's been interested in public speaking and sharing his lived experiences since he succeeded in stopping all of his addictions 20 plus years of age. Sheldon identifies as being a person with disability that isn't a disability. He says he has disability to overcome obstacles and challenges. He is a choir member of Stella's Circle Inclusion Choir. Sheldon states that it is with great pride that he is a strong advocate for inclusion, integration, and diversity. I have disability to step outside of my comfort zone and disability to empower others by helping them recognize their inner greatness. He also says that he speaks out to help make a difference in someone's life that he wishes had been made in his when he was young. So here's Sheldon. He is making a difference, and he is telling us that he has a disability. And I would love for you to welcome Sheldon as he speaks to us about the topic of, I'm going to unmute you, Sheldon, so you're ready to speak. Okay. And, I've the speaker view. So Sheldon, the floor is all yours.
Well, thank you very much for having me here. It's my honor and my privilege, and it's a dream of mine to actually be here. So it's a dream of reality. Did you know that dreams lead us to the corners of our smiles, to the highest hopes in our hearts? My brain is in my head, and my feet are in my shoes. I'll move in any direction that I choose. My deepest dream is to treat disabled people as equal among everybody. I also fulfilled my childhood dream by performing with a local singer here, Amelia Curran, with the Inclusion Choir at Bannerman Park's 41st Annual Folk Festival. I remember telling my mother when I was a child, someday I'll sing to the crowds on that stage. She just smiled and patted me on the head. Well, I did that, so that's another dream that I had to come true. All of us share dreams, hopes, and fears. Like a flower, we have bloomed and grown beyond our comfort zones. It's incredible to feel included. My head is full of dreams, my eyes are full of tears, and my summary of the passing years. Another dream that I had when I was 40 years old. I had a dream when I was 12 years old that when I was 40 years old, I was going to be in Ireland. So most people forget their dreams right away after they wake up. I held on to this dream for 28 years. I made it to Ireland, and it was a great experience. It was actually the time that my life really fully began. Some will not understand and some will not care. We have the courage, strength, and determination to reach our dreams. All of us do. To succeed. We are all on a valuable journey, but believing in our abilities will enable us to climb higher mountains. Let's be gentle with ourselves. That's where we need to start. Many people are already trying to put pressure on us, putting us down, and trying to dull our sparkle. There is no limit to what we can achieve. The dream of rivalry and competition disappears as we fully comprehend life in unity. We all have stories to tell, and I dream someday we will. Relationships contribute to deep love and empathy for everyone around us. Nothing is permanent, including feelings. Joy and despair exchange places just like night becomes day. They are a part of life, the nature of things, and when we accept grace, we show the universe that we deserve only the best and are ready to receive it and can fulfill our dreams. Did you know that there's 18 steps that I came up with to help us discover our dreams? They're only short, so I will let you know how to live your dream life, your step-by-step guide. Dreams are more than wealth. They are about living a life aligned with your purpose. Every great dream begins with a dreamer, according to Harriet Tubman. You possess the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. You can consider other factors if you are ready to stop defining your life according to what other people's expectations are. Number one, know what you want. We spend more time complaining than figuring out what we really want. Knowing what your heart desires is crucial. You can ask yourself such questions as, what makes me happy? What am I interested in? What does success mean to me? What do I want from my life? What are my priorities? What do I admire? And when you write down these answers to these questions, it helps you figure out what you really want. After all, discovering your dream life begins with defining what it is. If you're not exactly sure what you want, then how can you reach for it? You can't. So discover what is missing in your life. Discover what aspects of your life need your immediate attention and what you need to fulfill your life. Number 2, construct a plan of action. Imagine what your dream life will look like if you want to start living it. Because if you don't imagine what it's going to look like, then you don't know what you're striving for. Continuously competing in your mind can help, just like Olympians being ready for their moment in the sun. Studies support this belief as they show you can actually reach your goals and gain muscles by visualizing yourself working out. Visualization is a powerful motivational tool for non-athletes as well. Number 3, think possibilities over limitations. Life is limitless in its potential. If you think otherwise, you limit yourself and the abilities you have. To advance in life and create a dream life for yourself, many people undervalue their skills and abilities. It's true that we have limitations like our health, energy level, and focus, but we can train these things to be better. Living your dream life will be easier if you view your limitations as glass ceilings, not tougher materials. See it as a glass ceiling, then you know your limitations can be broken, and you can expand further. Number 4, focus your attention. Your beliefs create consciousness. Consciousness creates reality, and reality is maintained by how your mind filters information. If you want to start living your dreams now, you need to change your perspective. The ones you receive are those your mind believes matter to you based on past experiences. By taking action, you'll find new opportunities you never knew existed. Number 5, take consistent action. Consistency is the key to achieving what you want and living the dream life. There will be days when you will begin to lose patience, want to give up. And that's completely understandable. Once you feel better, get back on track, because everything you do is building blocks to what is closer to your goals. Number 6, track your progress. It's important to track your progress regularly to ensure you are on the right path. Such as myself when I've done that 10-mile road race. And the title of my book is To Keep On Walking. It's not necessarily a physical walk, but you can walk around your barriers, walk around. I'm not physically able to climb a mountain. I'm not able to lift my arms above my chest, actually. This is as high as my arms will go. But I can go to a store and buy some dynamite and blow a hole through the mountain. Or I can find a way to walk around the mountain. I might not be able to climb it, but so if I had a dream that I wanted to get around that mountain, I would. It's important to track your progress. Journals, calendars, and apps to keep record of your progress and successes. Focus on making progress rather than obsessing over perfection, because perfection is a myth. Perfection doesn't exist. Most importantly, remember to celebrate your achievements and give yourself credit for your successes, no matter how small, because they all matter and they all measure up. But you know what? You wholly deserve it. Number 7, ignore comparisons. The only competition you should have in your life is the person you are right at this moment. Don't worry or compare the person who is older than you or who has more money than you. Focus on your story and spend time developing that. Number 8, put systems and processes in place. Once you have the proper mindset to start living your dream life, you are ready to shift your focus to reach your goals. The mistake most people make is that they are excited when they begin. They are working solely off discipline and willpower, like New Year's Eve resolutions and going to the gym and working out. It starts for a while, but then it loses energy. This is why so many people who are on a diet will make nutritious decisions through the day and fail miserably late at night. If you want to ensure that you follow through on your vision, you have to be willing to limit that ability for you to revert back to your previous life. Number 9, change the game, but don't let it change you. Now, as the singer Macklemore said, I believe he said it best. This is what he said: I don't control life, but I control how I react to it. In so many instances, people are willing to sacrifice themselves and their identity, become someone they're not, just being who they are. People are willing to sacrifice themselves and they are not being who they are. This can take shape in getting a new job or making a deal that could shape the future of their lives, business, and inner circle. All in all, it's not worth it to settle for that. Instead, take pride in who you are and stick to your values. Number 10, accountability is a must. When you are accountable to someone or a group, such as this fantastic group that we're part of here today, you will find yourself more motivated to continue. When you proclaim your goal to specific people, it improves the likelihood of you following through. Accountability works best because you want to keep your word and make a good impression of yourself in front of others. Number 11. No, the next couple should be a bit shorter. Number 11, find a cause for change. Your dream life does not necessarily need a positive event to start. Often it is the negative events that drives people to reach further than they ever have before. A cause for change may be exactly what you wanted, or maybe the worst thing that could ever happen. Either way, your focus is on what to do next. Choose to respond to each situation by taking another step towards your dream life. Number 12, be open to failure. Embrace failure and don't fear, because it's better to try and fail than never have to try it at all. The key is to not take failure personally. Instead, we can take failure and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow and become closer to our dreams. When you become better at failing, you develop a sense of fearlessness, which helps you get out of your comfort zone, take risks, and reach your dreams. Number 13, surround yourself with positive people. Having the right kind of people around is essential for your growth and development. For instance, someone who is around toxic people is bound to have lower self-esteem and be forever stressed. How many people do you know are negative because when they're around certain people, and then they're more positive when they're around other people? What you need is happy, encouraging, and supportive people. Those who can guide you, lift your spirits, and help you maintain a positive frame of mind. Understand that character matters. Some character traits common, but how much people view success, such as grit, curiosity, or self-control. However, gratitude, zest, optimism, and social intelligence are also on the list, but they're relative to what the person believes. Focus on what you can control. Sometimes when your mind is going places and leaving you stressed, take a deep breath and let it out. Stop thinking and eliminate all the unnecessary thoughts. At such times, just focus on the things that are within your control and forget about the rest. You need to accept the fact that there are things that you cannot control and are beyond your grasp. And there is no need to waste your energy obsessing over them. Finally, muster up the courage. Do not allow yourself to procrastinate on your transformation. The fear of change may disguise itself as a thoughtful plan to wait for more information on better timing. If you are willing to take the first few steps, you are going to realize that you can see a few more steps into the fog. If you are willing to continue walking, before you know it, you can clearly see because the fog is behind you. You have an idea of what your dream life looks like, and you have an idea of the effort it is going to take to make it happen. However, you do not really know how realistic your expectations are until you experience it. So, I want to thank you for allowing me to speak today. Not sure, I don't have a stopwatch or anything. I don't know if I'm over time or not, but
you were fantastic, Sheldon. Thank you so much. I mean, I took from that so many things that we had barely touched on already. I love that you said about, the deep breathing. Lots of people use breath work as a good way of coping when things are not going the way. And what I really enjoyed was you talking about having the correct people around you, because it's so important. People are so important to this whole journey, and having the right people, the positive people around you that understand where you're going is always going to help understand what your mission is. And like you say, clarifying in the beginning that you have a clear perspective, that you've defined it clearly, that you know exactly what you desire and exactly where you're going to aim to, towards that glass ceiling, and break it off. The visualization is coming in again. I loved it. And finally, I'd like to mention where you brought up everyone has a story to tell. And I think that's very important as well, because with our unique stories, like you explained, we can avoid comparing ourselves to others, because it's futile, because no one is going to be us. We have a unique story. We are unique, and therefore comparisons are irrelevant. Perfectionism doesn't exist. You have to celebrate every little step towards your goal. And I completely relate to that. Being a primary school teacher, I've always been very much the tiniest little goals and all of that journey towards where you're going. Fantastic, amazing advice and wisdom you've shared today. So thank you very, very much, Sheldon. Again, I'm a wonderfully inspirational speaker.